Well, hello and good morning. This is Jeff Hooks. I want to welcome you to our VNI Quick Start training for this Saturday, February 2nd, 2019. Delighted to be having some time with all of you this morning. And again, whether you're listening to this, we mention this pretty much every week, whether you're listening to this live on Saturday morning, Eastern time, 11 a.m., or via the replay. We don't take it lightly that you're investing time in your schedule to plug into this training. This is a training that's designed for VNI partners. We archive these trainings for a very specific reason, because we want you to be able to replay them. We want you to be able, when you have new members joining your team, we want you to be able to forward select recordings. That's why when we do, we always cover key fundamentals, proven principles of building and growing your VNI business. That's always part of our Saturday content. But sometimes we look at those principles and we teach and train those principles from a different angle, if you like my visual. so that you can have a deeper understanding of these proven success principles. And that's today is no exception. We always focus on the key fundamentals. So for those of you that are brand new partners, that are very new to the VNI team, we want to teach you some of the basic principles that'll help you get off to a great start. Now, we're not going to teach you everything there is to know about your VNI business. And the good news is you don't have to. You can get profitable right out of the gate and know very little, just be excited and partner with your upline success coaches, and they can help you, and we will help you get off the ground, get moving forward, get profitable quickly. In addition, we always cover some leadership development content, and that's for, because we always have many of our top leaders plug in, many of our top emerging leaders plug in, both live and via recording, and it's important to recognize that no matter how successful any of us are, no matter how much we've learned, no matter what kind of amazing results we've had, there's always a lot we can learn. And I'll tell you that I say that with reflection. I say that with humility. I often quote the former great UCLA basketball coach, John Wooden. He used to say, it's what we learn after we know it all that counts. It's what we learn after we know it all that counts. And that's so true. And so with this quick start training and with all of your journey, your success journey within VNI, as we work together in this mission of literally blessing the world one person at a time, assisting people in becoming beacons of health, hope, and abundance. Physically with these products, these amazing, one-of-a-kind, life-changing products, and also financially with the business. We are on a mission. We really are. And we often talk about the fact that as you build your team, as you build your customer base, as you build your partner team, your distribution business, we're looking for missionaries, not mercenaries. The income, and it's okay to have income goals. I mean, let's face it, the income goals to provide for yourself and your family, your children, your grandchildren, your retirement, supporting your church, supporting your favorite charities. The Boy Scouts just this morning had a big food drive for a local homeless shelter. And I was able to, I made it a priority last night, and I went grocery shopping just for that Boy Scout food drive. And it feels good, I don't know what they were expecting. I think they were expecting maybe 2 or 3 cans of SpaghettiOs or something, which is wonderful. But I had grocery bags, 4 of them, and I don't say that to pat myself on the back. I say that because I believe God blesses us so that we can bless others, and so. We're on a mission, and we're not shy about that. We're expanding our customer base. We're expanding our partner channel across the U.S. and Canada, and we want to equip you and your team to spread your wings and soar as high as you want to fly, as big as you want to dream, as hard as you're willing to work, as you build and grow your VNI business, we want to make sure that we equip and empower you with the information that you need. So that always is built on a foundation, if you will, of fundamentals. But it's also a function of leadership development. It's a function of you and me, all of us, sharpening our leadership skills and learning and growing and improving every single day. And so let's get down to work. Today's training, once again, is called From Dream to Reality. A little bit of housekeeping, for lack of a better description, fundamentals that we touch on every single week. We talk about focusing on progress, not perfection. Okay, so if you're brand new and you're taking notes, I hope you're taking notes. A pen is, a short pen. A short pencil is better than a long memory. A mentor of mine used to say. I don't know how that translates into pen, or those of you that are taking notes on digital devices, but you get the point. The key is take notes. You can reflect on those notes, review those notes, add to those notes, teach and train your team off of those notes. It's real important to take notes and be a sponge and absorb. But back to progress, not perfection. Don't overload yourself, okay? Absorb and assimilate what you can. Don't worry about the rest. It's about progress, not perfection, okay? It's about getting a little bit better today than yesterday, a little bit better this week than next week. I always tell our leaders, urgency is good, but panic is bad. Urgency is good, panic is bad. It's okay to have urgency. We want to have urgency. You want to build your business based on your goals, based on your excitement level. You want to have urgency, but you want to enjoy the journey. You don't have to just win the day. Just make, as Ken Nasmitz always teaches, as Ed and Gina Bender taught last week on our Saturday Quick Start training. If you missed that, you ought to go back and look at the replay. And as I say, go back and look at the replay. I hope you immediately know where those replays are. So, quick rhetorical question. Do you know where our archived content is in your website? If you don't, I'm not going to say it again. Get back with get back with one of your upline success coaches. Call them, put them on the spot and with love and say, where are all the archived Zoom presentations, the Thursday night product and business overview presentations and the Saturday quick start trainings? Where are they? And maybe together y'all can figure that out. If you need to, call me, call Ed and Gina Bender, call Ken Nasmitz, call one of the leaders, but they're archived and they're easily accessible right at your fingertips. Every one we've ever done. And it's even dated so that it's there for you and your team. And I'm just having some fun with you, but just make sure you know where they are. All right. So it's about progress, not perfection. Two things we always talk about. Number one, stay plugged in. Stay plugged into the calls. Stay plugged into the events. Stay plugged into the first Monday of every month, as we already mentioned in the pre-conference, the pre-event today. We've got our monthly product call coming up Monday at 8 o'clock. Tuesday at 9 o'clock, we've got our monthly kickoff call, business building call. Stay plugged into the Zoom presentation, just like you're doing right now. That's the key. Stay plugged in. Number two, do something positive every day to build and grow your VNI business. Okay, that's the key. Do something positive every day. Consistency creates momentum. And with your Victory Nutrition business, it's a matter of taking baby steps. Sometimes it's that one phone call. Sometimes it might be sharing a prototype moment with a friend that you're having coffee with, just impromptu. Ken Nasmitz, every morning, as an example, and y'all know Ken, he's our newest director, he packs up a little cooler and he's got samples. He's got prototype moments, he's got brain reward, and he's got Enzorb. And he packs that up and he's got some marketing tools, and every day he's equipped. So even if he doesn't have an official VNI appointment with someone to share the products or share the business, he's ready. And organically, just as he's going through his normal day, he shares the products and he looks for opportunities he's going to share in a very soon event one of the things that happened to him just a couple of days ago. It's just very simple. And many of you do that. So the idea is do something positive every day to grow your VNI business. And it's, again, baby steps, baby steps. All right. I want to do a quick, very quick. I don't want to overload anybody, but I want you, when we say stay plugged in, I want you to understand there is a system with your VNI business that you're a part of, a system that you can plug into. We talked just last week about the importance, again, of staying plugged in. We use the analogy, if you will, I don't know if it, or a metaphor of a smartphone. If the phone doesn't, if you don't plug in your phone, what happens to it? Obviously, it dies. The battery dies. There's no power. Our business is the same way. If we don't recharge consistently, intentionally, then it's, boy, this is tough. I mean, most of you are building this as a part-time business, and you need to recharge. You need to plug in. And so when we talk about staying plugged in, we're talking about staying plugged in to the system. Well, if I ask you, rhetorically, of course, what is the Victory Nutrition International system for those that want to build a customer base, for those that want to build a business? What's the system? What would your response be? Just rhetorical. And here's the key. As a normal part of our plan in 2019, we are going to, as a leadership team, this is Ed and Gina Bender, this is all our leaders, we're going to teach and train all of the emerging leaders in more in-depth knowledge of the system so that you can build and grow your business and create leadership on your team. Okay, so this is just an introduction to the system. The system, I always tell people, system is an acronym, obviously, SYSTEM, that stands for Save Yourself Stress, Time, Energy, and Money. Okay, so I hope if you can write that down. System, SYSTEM, Save Yourself Stress, Time, Energy, and Money. Okay, now the reason I share that is that's what the purpose of our system is. Our system is designed to set you up for success, no matter what your goals are, and to give you a track to run on in terms of ongoing support. So our system is designed for partners that want to build a customer base, partners that want to build a distribution team of other partners building a customer base. And we never get away from the simplicity of this business. To build this business, we use the products every day. We share the products with others, and we teach our people to do the same thing. Use the products, share the products, and teach others to do the same. Okay, that's the key. Now, but we all know we come to the business with different skills. Think about it, different giftings, different passions, different levels of influence with people that we know. And so the system is designed to help you get through that learning curve and give you ongoing support. So this is just an introduction. So just jot this down, reflect on it later, and we're going to build on this. In fact, I'll share with you at our Directors and Above breakout session at our annual conference on May 2nd. That session, May 2nd through the 5th, is the event. And registration opens up early next week, so stay tuned for that. Early bird registration, so with some significant savings during the month of February for those that want to go ahead and step up and get your conference ticket and get your room booked at discounted rates, et cetera, because that block will sell out. We will sell out of our block. So early bird gets the worm. But we're going to be going a little bit deeper at our Directors and Above breakout session on Thursday afternoon, May 2nd, on the system. But this is just an introduction. Okay, the components of the system are people, if you're taking notes, people. Excuse me. That includes your sponsor, your upline success coaches, particularly directors and above. Those are the leaders, the men and women that really are there to help you build and grow, because they've done what you want to do, what you're doing. It includes the corporate team. It includes our founder, Bill Downs. It includes our co-founder and chief business officer, Kim Downs. It includes customer care. It includes me serving as president. We're all so part of the system. The most important part is the people. Part of our system is the product. Folks, the product does the heavy lifting. These products, if they had legs, there wouldn't be an opportunity here. But these products deserve that a story be told. So our products are part of our system. Marketing tools, okay? Your marketing website. So you can just put down tools if you want to, but we're talking marketing tools that help us and help you share the story on both the product and the business. So that includes your website. That includes videos. It includes the PowerPoint, marketing tools. It includes both digital and analog hard copy brochures that help share the information. Our Thursday night Zooms. That's a tool. That's a tool. The recordings, all those that gives you an idea. So the tools are anything that we don't have to have all the information up here. We can share a tool. We can share a video. We can share a marketing brochure. Okay. In addition, so we've talked about people. We've talked about tools. Events are part of our system, the VNI Training, Leadership Development, and Support System. Okay. Events like this event that we're doing live Saturday morning that you can listen to on replay 24/7. And you've got members of your team that can't plug in perhaps live, and you're able to forward this out. Okay. And have it working for you. You could sponsor 4 new partners in the next week. And you could be working full-time with your day job, and you could forward out this training or one of the previous trainings that are 1 hour and have those trainings do the work for you. So you could have all of a sudden you forward out 4 texts or 4 emails with these recordings, and all of a sudden, leveraging our system, you've got 4 hours of trainings going on while you're focused on other things. You see that? It's beautiful. And you're going to, as you can continue to connect the dots, you're going to see that there's a plan here. We're not just winging it. Okay, so tools, events, the recognition system. Okay, the PIN system, where we talk about manager, executive manager, director, and beyond. Okay, recognizing, we use the recognition system for goal setting and for encouragement, for helping people celebrate their progress. Okay, in addition, there's teaching and training. There's inspiration and motivation. Leadership development is part of our overall system. So I just want to whet your appetite, let you know that there's a strategy here. That's the key. There's a strategy here, and this system is something you're going to learn about. Now, that's enough on the system for now. We're going to build on that. But again, you're part of the system. I just want you to understand as you grow your business and as you're sharing the VNI products and business with prospective partners, you don't have to get into the system with customers. But as you share with partners, it's pretty interesting. The idea, the conversation of our system will come in very handy, because you're going to be able to communicate to prospective partners that we do have a strategy for building this business, for building a customer base, for building a distribution team made up of partners who are building a customer base. And what that means is it's transferable. Okay, so you can help that brand new partner have the confidence that, look, even if he or she has never done this before, they have the opportunity to plug into a system that's proven and that will replicate and give them the support that they need as they create a profitable business with us. Okay, does that make sense? All right. So again, progress, not perfection. Don't get overloaded. All right. So if you're taking notes, and whether you're going top down or right to left, it doesn't matter. I'm going to give you kind of a high level of the notes that I want you to take, and then I'm going to go back and fill it in. Have no idea how long this will take. We'll definitely be done at our normal time by noon, maybe even a little bit earlier. But just focus with me here. All right, so I want you to write down dream. And the reason I'm not doing a visual today is I want you to take notes. There are all kinds of studies. A lot of times visual tools are great when you're fed visual tools, but sometimes it's better to take your own notes. There's been studies that show that retention and takeaway is higher when you're listening and writing down. So first, write down dream, and you could do /vision. Okay, write that down first. Dream, I'm going to get a sip of water. Dream /vision. Okay, you can do an arrow to the right or an arrow down, just to make a conceptual point that I'm going to come back to. Next, I want you to write down the word goal, G-O-A-L, goal. Next, again, you can do an arrow to the next. I want you to write down 2 words, action plan. Action plan. And then an arrow. I'm going to go over these again, and then we're going to fill in the gaps. So stay with me. From dream to reality. Below that, I want you to write share /expose. Share and expose. Okay? Now, below that or to the side of that, depending on how you're taking notes, I want you to write goal again. Goal. And then last but not least, an arrow to the words dream /vision. Okay, so I'm going to go through that one more time real quick. Write down dream vision with an arrow to goal, with an arrow to action plan, with an arrow to share and expose, with an arrow to goal, again, with an arrow to dream vision. All right, now let's unpack this. All right. Whether you're brand new or whether you're one of our top income earners in the world of VNI, it's important to have a dream. And we talk about this literally almost every single week. It's important to have a vision of what you want out of your VNI business. Why are you building this business? Why are you joining this important and noble mission? What's your purpose? And I want to share with you, the deeper you go with that, the more clarity you have, connecting your head to your heart in terms of what you want out of your VNI business and why. The more powerful that dream will pull you forward. The more powerful that vision will pick you up when you've had a bad day. The more inspired you'll be to press on even when you've had some obstacles or some barriers or some setbacks, which we have in every walk of life, right? So the dream is important. And it's got to be, and listen, hear me on this, please. It's got to be deeper and more distilled than I want to help other people. And I don't want to minimize the mission focus that we all have of helping other people. I want to help other people. That's important. Go deeper. Go deeper. Helping other people is an important part of all of our missions. Blessing people with these amazing products, changing lives, blessing people with the business. How cool is it to be able to invite somebody to your VNI team that maybe has lost their vitality from a health and wellness perspective? And you've all experienced this, those of you that have been partners for a while and have a customer base. How inspiring is it when someone has lost their vitality or they don't even know it, and you share these products and they get on these products and they call you a day later, a week later, a month later, 2 months later, and they say thank you. And you've all had these stories. These products are game changing. These products are nurturing the body at a cellular level like nothing else on the planet. So we have it's a mission. We have a responsibility to get these products out to the world that needs it. A world that's overfed in many cases, particularly in Western civilization, overfed and undernourished. And we need to get these products out. So it's okay. Part of your vision, don't tune me out on this. Helping other people is important. But again, go deeper. Get to a personal level. Okay. Think about this. What would you dream if you knew you couldn't fail for your VNI business? What would your dream be if you knew you couldn't fail? How big would you dream for yourself and your family? Think about it. And again, it can be carrot. We talked about this I think this last week. It can be carrot. In other words, your dream is moving towards something that's positive for yourself and your family and your loved ones. It could be also stick. Your dream is to get away from something. Maybe it's a job you don't like. Maybe it's debt. We've talked about that before. But you got to have a dream. You got to have a vision. That's the starting point. I will share this with you folks. Write it down. Write down your vision, your dream for your VNI business, and refer to it. If you're a person of faith, pray over it. Pray that God shapes your dream. Thy will be done. But write it down and focus on clarity. And I tell you this, Jim Rohn always says, he used to say, the things that are easy to do are also easy not to do. Okay, so it's easy to not write down your dream or vision. Oh, I've got it up here. I want to help other people. I want to get out of debt. I want to save for retirement. Again, the more specific you can getting out of debt. If you've got $8,324.52 of credit card debt, have that be part of your dream and your vision. How will that feel when you build your cash flow? Maybe you get a rank maintenance bonus for going executive manager or going director, and in the future, whatever your timeline is, and you take that last rank maintenance bonus and you set aside a little bit for taxes, and you pay off that credit card. You cut it in half. Or you pay it off and you put it in a drawer for an emergency resource. How good is that going to feel? So when we say go deep, that's what I'm talking about. Think about, set some goals. Now, whoops. I've jumped ahead. Forget what I just said. The dream, focus on what it's going to be like, connecting your head to your heart with clarity as you build towards your ideal future. Again, how big would you dream? And don't be afraid to dream big. You can keep this confidential. I would encourage you to share it with your spouse or loved ones, but your success coach, your sponsor, whoever you're working closely with, it's coaching and mentoring you on your VNI journey. But you don't have to. It's your choice. But dream big. Don't be afraid to spread the wings a little bit. And how big would you dream if you knew you couldn't fail? And then connect that dream to some emotion. How will it feel as you again, another way of helping you clarify the dream is a question. If we were to get together, and you can pick a timeline. I usually use 3 years, but it could be, I would say 3 to 5 years for your vision. If we were to get together and let's say have a cup of coffee or a glass of tea or share a Protovite moment, 3 years from today, what would need to happen within your VNI business and your life in order for you to be pleased with your progress? Think about that. If we were going to get together 3 years from today, what would need to happen for you to be pleased with your progress? That can maybe help spur your thoughts. And so you want to write down your vision, and it'll evolve. You can shape it, you can rewrite it. But I'm telling you, the dream, folks, this is a volunteer sport. With your VNI business, it's not like a traditional job. where if we don't show up for our job, we're in trouble. We have no choice. We're going to show up for our job whether we feel like it or not. With your VNI business, you're the CEO. And that's one of the challenges of the learning curve, is learning to take that freedom of being your own boss, but be disciplined and put the same passion into building your dreams that you have as an employee for building somebody else's dreams. Okay, does that make sense? So dream and vision, you work on that, and it's something you'll continually shape as you move forward. Okay, so that's the dream and that's the vision. Now, goal. Once you've done that, you want to set a goal. And for our purposes, folks, it's real simple. A goal in your VNI business is a pin level with a date attached to it. Okay? So I'll give you a simple example. You're brand new. Set a goal to go manager in the month of February. You can do it. If that feels too much for you, set a goal to go manager by the end of March or the middle of March. That's a goal. A goal, a lot of times people confuse goals with dreams. A goal is going to take you one incremental step forward towards your dream. Okay? Towards your dream, towards your vision. All right, so we're going to come back. We're going to come back to that. Action plan. All right, so you've taken some time, and if you haven't done this, even if you've been a partner and even a leader, if you haven't written down and memorialized and taken some time, and again, if you're a person of faith, take some prayer time on your dream and your vision. Then you set a goal. The goal is designed a pin level with a date attached to it to take you towards in the direction of that dream, that vision. Okay. Now, an action plan. That's where we get specific and we hold ourselves accountable. The action plan is always going to be based on plugging into an event, okay, and exposure activity, which we're gonna go deeper on. In other words, how many new people are you going to share the VNI products with, and how many new people are you going to share the VNI business with on a consistent basis? So, for example, I like weekly plans that I break down into daily action plans. Okay, so for example, my weekly plan might be, and what I did when I was building a business as you are as a partner in the field, what I would do is I would either Saturday or Sunday, I would set my action plan for the next 7 days. And I had absolute clarity on my calendar. And many times my schedule was booked way beyond that. But in terms of my action plan that I held myself accountable to, I did it week at a time. Okay. I had my dream. I had my vision that I had memorialized, and it was always a couple of pages with highlights and notes beside it because I reviewed it every day. I prayed over it every day, and I hope you'll do the same. That'll keep you focused forward when you've had some challenges. It'll keep you inspired when you don't feel like it. Because again, it's a volunteer sport. Nobody's going to make you do anything with your VNI business today. You're your own boss. So you gotta learn to manage yourself. You got to learn to lead yourself. That's one of the challenges of leadership for all of us and we get better at it. Again, progress, not perfection. But one of the challenges of leadership is to learn and embrace the responsibility and the opportunity of leading ourselves. Leader of one, leader of many. If you can't lead one, you can't lead any. Okay? And we're talking of the one is ourselves. So I'm looking in the mirror when I say this. Leader of one, Jeff, and you look in your own mirror. A leader of one, leader of many. If you can't lead one, you can't lead any. Okay? So that's leadership. So when it comes back to action plan, I used to, you set down your week. It might say, okay, I'm gonna plug into the Thursday night Zoom presentation, and I'm gonna have 2 guests. Okay, that's part of your action plan. I'm gonna share VNI this upcoming week with 5 new people, and I'm gonna attend Saturday Quick Start training, and I'm gonna make sure my existing partners plug in. It could be that simple. That's your action plan. And then you hold yourself accountable and you check it off as you make progress during the week. Okay? All right, so we've talked about the dream, the vision. We've talked about then taking that and getting a little bit specific with setting a goal. And a goal is a pin rank or a pin level with a date attached to it. Okay? And that's so important, folks. I'll tell you, a lot of people, that's the whole reason we have the pin system. It's for encouragement. It's for goal setting. It's for recognition. It's for celebrating progress. It's for making sure that you're focusing on the things that are going to grow your business, grow your customer base, build your team. Okay, does that make sense? Now, share and expose. That's what you've got next. Folks, this is where the action plan comes to life. And if you're taking notes right here, I want you to write down the pattern of activity. Pattern of activity. And as you're writing that down, I'm going to have a sip of water. The pattern of activity is accountable to, at the end of the day, folks, the pattern of activity is what's going to grow your business. Okay? And that's sharing the VNI products and business with new people on a consistent basis. Okay? So I'm going to give you 4 words to help you with this. Invite. Okay, so if you're taking notes, write pattern of activity. Under pattern of activity, write the word invite. Write the word share. And then the words follow up. Invite, share, and follow up. Okay, that's the pattern of activity. And your action plan needs to be focused on, more than anything else, that pattern of activity. Inviting people to learn about the VNI products and business. Okay, again, it's all based on need. As you're connecting with people, as you're sharing the information on VNI, if you listen, which I know you will, and you are, then they're going to tell you what they're interested in. Some people are interested in the products. Some people are interested in the wellness aspects of the products and building a business, creating a cash flow for themselves and their family. And some might say thanks, but no thanks. And it's just a timing issue right now. So remember, with this pattern of activity, it's a sorting process, S-O-R-T, sorting process, not a convincing process. If you're brand new, please write that down and highlight it. It's a sorting process, not a convincing process, meaning you don't have to sell everybody. You're not supposed to. Relax. We call it, Gina talked about this last Saturday, sharing and caring. With a smile on your face and love in your heart, just share the VNI product, share the VNI story. Let the tools do the work for you. But just recognize it's a sorting process, not a convincing process. It's a matter of think, share, and expose, not sell and recruit. Okay, that's the mindset. And when you embrace that a sorting process, it takes the pressure off, and you have more fun with the pattern of activity. Does that make sense? So the idea is recognizing intellectually and in your heart that we're looking for people that are looking. It's like panning for gold. Who can we help? Who can we bless? We're looking for people that are looking for better health physically with our products and better health financially with our business. It's a sorting process. So invite, share, follow up. Invite people to learn about the VNI products, the VNI story, share the information, and then follow up. And when you follow up, just ask questions. What did you like about what you saw and heard? How quickly would you like to engage with the VNI products and put your health plan together? What would an extra $500 a month do for yourself and your family right now? Is that of interest? Come up with your own questions, but that's the key. When you follow up, ask a couple really good questions from the heart, and then listen. Don't sell. Listen. Okay? That pattern of activity, folks, that's what we want you to get good at. And you will. You already are. But you share, when you share from the heart, again, mission driven, invite, share, follow up. That's the pattern of activity, folks. That's where the rubber meets the road. And when you look at your action plan over the next week, the next month, pointing that action plan towards your goal, then you recognize that you're going to get better. I was going to go deeper and I decided not to. It is just in case I know you noticed that. All right. So the idea is recognize the pattern of activity, invite, share, follow up, have a goal for how many new people you're going to share VNI with on a weekly and a monthly basis. That has to be part of that action plan. That way we don't confuse productivity with, activity with productivity. Activity with productivity. Again, a lot of times you got to be careful, especially once you start building a team. Don't fall into management mode. Management mode means you're sitting behind your desk and you're basically telling your team what to do and you're not doing it anymore. Okay. Lead by example. Lead by example. That's one of the things. If you look at everybody that we feature on these trainings, and whether it be Ed and Gina Bender and there are others too, whether it be you look back over the last couple of months, Cynthia Sauer and Lisa Turner and others. I mean, there's Dave Stolzfus. I mean, there's so many more. I don't want to leave anybody out, but everybody that we feature now and in the future are leaders that are walking their talk. They're leading by example. And so that pattern of activity means I hope you'll embrace this and you'll have a specific targeted action plan for the month of February. And I'm going to come back to that. But that pattern of activity, invite, share, follow up. Now, as you point that pattern of activity towards a goal, okay, now we're going back through your notes. The goal is, okay, I want to be manager, let's just say, between now and the end of February. So you're pointing that action plan towards a specific goal. And then that goal is taking you a step forward. Again, incremental progress. Progress, not perfection. You're making progress towards your dream and your vision. You see how we've come full circle? All right, so I'm gonna do a recap over the next 5 minutes and we're done. We talked about at the very beginning, as you're setting the sails for your VNI business. Okay, the name of the training is from dream to reality. Okay, take the time to write down your dream and what is your vision? What is your vision for yourself and your future? Dream big. How big would you dream if you knew you couldn't fail? And write it down and reflect on it, review it, pray over it daily. You start with the dream. You start with the vision. Then you set a goal, okay? And you can set a big goal. For some of you, listen, I'll tell you specifically, Ken Nasmitz has a specific goal for going Crown Ambassador. Crown Ambassador. And then he's reverse engineered that to his goal right now. He's director working towards executive director. So set a goal, and it can be a big, audacious goal, but then break it down to the next pin level with a date attached to it. If you're a manager, your next pin level is executive manager. So set a date right now, today. Don't let the sun set on the day before you've set a date on when you want to go executive manager. Okay, and then so you've got your dream, your vision. Then you've set a goal that's the next pin level. And the date that you're going to hit it, that's your target. Remember, folks, you can't hit a target that you don't have. So it's important to point the exposure, the pattern of activity, that activity towards a goal. Okay, so you start with the dream and the vision, then you set a goal, then you put together your action plan, and you break that down into a weekly action plan. From now till next Saturday, what's your plan? How many new people are you going to share VNI with? How many people are you going to follow up? How many people are you going to have on three-way calls with your upline success coaches? How many three-way calls are you going to do for your team? but your action plan should always be focused on what I call point of share. New people that you're sharing and educating about VNI, the products and the business. Okay, so that's the action plan. Then you've got the action, the pattern of activity: invite, share, follow up. That'll help you stay on track. That's the process of exposure: inviting people to learn about the VNI, sharing the information, following up. Some people are interested in the products. Some want to build a business with us as well. And some say thanks, but no thanks. And you can always ask for referrals. I call that networking through the no. Somebody says no, that just means no for now. Don't take it personally. It's hard. Just don't take it personally. Don't listen to the dream stealers. Don't listen to your third cousin that's broke, that's deep in debt, and he's telling you, offering you financial advice about VNI, so about how viable it is. Don't listen to the dream stealers. We've talked about that in the past. So just focus on that pattern of activity: invite, share, follow up. Point that activity towards your goal in the month of February. So you've created an action plan. You've set it. You're now, that action plan dictates, all right, I'm going to share VNI with 5 new people this week. And I want to follow up with 3-way calls with my upline success coaches. And you know what? My action plan says I want 2 guests on the Thursday night Zoom presentation. And that's my action plan. My action plan is going to get me to whatever your goal is for February. My goal is to be manager by the end of February. Whatever your goal is, set that goal and then celebrate the progress. Celebrate the progress. As you achieve that goal, take a deep breath, feel good about it. Recognize that you've taken a step forward. Celebrate the progress. You've taken a step forward towards your dream and your vision. Okay? Now, we've covered a lot. I hope that makes sense, especially you've taken notes yourself. It's, in the future, we'll do some trainings, and I'll put that into a nice fancy PowerPoint. But specifically, I wanted you to take your own notes so that you can absorb that. From dream to reality, folks, it starts with a dream, but then in order to make that dream become a reality, we've got to put some fundamental building blocks in place, and it all comes down to that pattern of activity. So I'm gonna close with this. What is your goal for February for your VNI business? Not the goals for your people. That's good. Help them set their goals, but lead by example. What are your goals? What do you, as we wrap up February in 4 weeks, basically, what do you want? What kind of progress do you want to have happen with your VNI business? Number of new customers, number of new partners, pin level growth. What's your goal? And then make sure you've got an action plan that's going to make that goal come to life. And that action plan needs to be focused on the pattern of activity: invite, share, follow up. All right, folks, that's it for today. Have an awesome weekend. Join us Monday at 8 o'clock for our monthly product call with our founder and CEO, Bill Downs, our co-founder and head of research and development, Steve Kushner. Thank you for your focus. Thank you for some of the context messages that have come in. Have an awesome Saturday. Let's go and grow. Have a big weekend and set the sails for an awesome February. Thanks so much. Talk to you soon. God bless. Bye-bye.